In this week's Torah portion, Moses reiterates the importance of the three pilgrimage festivals, Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. These are the three festivals in which members of the Jewish community are expected to travel to holy sites during the times which a temple stood. This, of course, has changed since 70 CE and the destruction of the temple, but what has not changed is the joy that these holidays are meant to bring. Moses says in this week's Torah portion, "V'samachta b'chagecha," you shall be joyful in your festival. And while this is nice in theory, this may conflict with the very real and very normal feelings that might arise during these festivals. How can we be commanded to be happy? Are we doing something wrong if we cannot feel happiness on these holy days? The good news is that's not what Torah is asking of us. Parashat Re'eh tells us to rejoice in your festival. You, your son, your daughter, your manservant, your maidservant, the levite, the stranger, the orphan, and the widow, which are inside your gates. 7 days you shall hold this festival, and you will have nothing but joy. The Torah isn't telling us that we must feel joyful, but rather to rejoice, to throw a party, to come together with people of all stripes in the community to celebrate. We're not commanded to feel happiness, but rather to bring the community together. But what happens when the community is not up for a party? This year, many of our happy occasions, including Simchat Torah, have been tinged by sadness due to the tragedy of October 7th and the ongoing war. It is only natural to not want to be with the community at this time or to postpone our joy. However, this is not how Jewish wisdom sees it. For example, if Tisha B'Av, the saddest day in the Jewish calendar, falls on a Shabbat, the observance of this day is pushed off until after Shabbat, as the joy and separation of Shabbat is more important than the mourning of Tisha B'Av. Or we can look at the convergence of a wedding procession and a funeral procession that converge on the same road. Talmud tells us to let the wedding procession go first. Joy and hope lead our lives as Jews, and these are but two examples of this practice. We are rapidly approaching the High Holy Days, and it may feel difficult this year with all the sadness that we are experiencing as a Jewish people. But I encourage you to get together with your community and celebrate. We cannot let hatred and sorrow drive out hope, and we especially cannot let it separate us from one another. Layehudim haita v'simcha v'sason vikar. The Jews enjoyed light and gladness, happiness and honor, we are told in our Purim Megillah. We can do it now too, so long as we're together. Shabbat Shalom.